The African savanna stretches across endless grasslands, where every sunrise marks the beginning of another fight for survival. At first glance, the landscape appears peaceful. Herds of wildebeest, zebras, and antelope roam the open plains, while elephants move steadily toward distant waterholes. But beneath this calm surface, predators are already watching. Unlike many ecosystems ruled by a single hunter, the African savanna belongs to a remarkable collection of predators, each mastering a different way to survive. Some rely on overwhelming strength. Others depend on incredible speed, relentless endurance, or flawless teamwork. From open grasslands to winding rivers and dense woodlands, every predator plays a vital role in maintaining one of the world's most balanced ecosystems. Their strategies have been shaped by millions of years of evolution, turning every hunt into a test of instinct, precision, and survival. This is the story of Africa's most dangerous predators and the extraordinary adaptations that have allowed them to rule the savanna. As dawn spreads across the Serengeti, thousands of wildebeest and zebras begin another day of grazing across the open plains. Hidden among the tall grass, a pride of lionesses watches in complete silence. Every movement of the herd is carefully observed. Unlike solitary cats, lions depend on teamwork. Experienced females work together using the landscape and the wind to approach without being detected. They do not waste energy chasing the nearest animal. Instead, they wait for the perfect opportunity. Then the silence breaks. The lionesses charge from different directions, throwing the herd into confusion. Dust rises as hundreds of hooves pound across the grasslands. Rather than following the crowd, each lioness focuses on a single target, gradually forcing it away from the protection of the herd. Lionesses can sprint at nearly 60 kilometers per hour over short distances, but their greatest advantage is coordination. Powerful forelimbs and muscular shoulders allow them to overpower prey much larger than themselves once contact is made. For lions, success depends not only on strength, but on patience, communication, and precise teamwork. Yet, on the African savanna, claiming a meal is only the beginning. Long before the dust settles, another predator is already moving toward the scene. As the morning sun climbs higher, the grasslands grow hotter. The roar of the lions has faded, but the scent of their recent hunt still lingers in the air. Across the open plain, several spotted hyenas emerge from the shimmering heat. Their heads remain low as they move with a steady, effortless pace, searching for any opportunity the savanna presents. For decades, hyenas were misunderstood as little more than scavengers. In reality, they are among Africa's most successful predators. Studies have shown that spotted hyenas obtain most of their food through hunting rather than scavenging. Their exceptional endurance allows them to pursue prey over long distances, gradually wearing it down before closing in. Unlike lions that rely on explosive bursts of power, hyenas depend on patience. In the distance, a young African buffalo has become separated from its herd after crossing a patch of uneven ground. The hyenas immediately notice the opportunity. They don't rush. Instead, they spread out slowly surrounding the calf while keeping it moving farther away from the protection of the adult buffalo. Every attempt to return is cut off by another member of the clan. The young buffalo grows increasingly exhausted as the pressure continues from every direction. Powerful jaws, capable of generating one of the strongest bite forces among land mammals, allow hyenas to crush thick bones that many predators leave behind, giving them access to valuable nutrients unavailable to most other carnivores. Working together, the clan gradually overwhelms the isolated calf. For hyena's success comes not from a single burst of strength, but from relentless coordination and endurance. Spotted hyenas live in highly organized clans led by dominant females. Unlike most carnivores, females are larger, stronger, and occupy the highest ranks within the group. Each member understands its place, reducing conflict and allowing the clan to cooperate efficiently during hunts and when defending valuable food resources. Their role extends far beyond predation. By consuming nearly every part of a carcass, including bones, skin, and connective tissue, hyenas help recycle nutrients back into the ecosystem while reducing the spread of disease across the grasslands. Few animals contribute more to keeping the savanna clean. As the clan disappears into the distance, another group of hunters has already begun moving across the plains. As the midday heat blankets the savanna, most predators retreat to the shade. The dry air rustles across the grasslands, and movement becomes rare. But for a predator, this is no time to rest. A pack of African wild dogs runs steadily across the open plain, covering every kilometer with astonishing efficiency. Their pace seems unhurried, but each member remains vigilant, observing the landscape for the slightest opportunity. Unlike lions or leopards that rely on stalking, African wild dogs hunt with endurance and perfect coordination. Each individual has a specific role. Some lead the pursuit, others move to the flanks. A few remain at the rear, ready to block any sudden change of direction. Without a command, the pack moves as a single unit. Ahead, a herd of wildebeest grazed on the open grassland, their numbers providing protection against most predators. The pack of dogs began to spread out. There was no surprise attack. Instead, they maintained a steady pace, gradually increasing pressure while searching for a vulnerable individual. a wildebeest was separated from the herd. One dog cut across its path, while another closed in from behind, preventing it from returning to the herd's protective encirclement. African wild dogs can reach speeds of nearly 70 kilometers per hour, but their greatest strength is their endurance. Their long legs, lightweight bodies, and highly efficient lungs allow them to maintain pursuit speed for much longer than most other predators. Instead of relying on brute force, the dogs gradually exhaust their prey through sustained pressure and precise coordination. Within minutes, the distance began to disappear. Unlike many pack predators, wild dogs rarely compete with each other after a hunt is over. The entire pack forages together, and the adults often return to feed the puppies and injured members waiting safely in the den. This remarkable level of cooperation helps explain their extraordinary success. Under favorable conditions, African jackals achieve a hunting success rate of 70 to 90%, one of the highest recorded for any large predator. However, even these skilled hunters face frequent challenges. Lions and spotted hyenas frequently steal their hard-won meals, forcing the pack to avoid direct confrontation whenever possible. For the African jackal, survival depends not only on catching prey, but also on protecting it from stronger rivals. As the pack disappears behind the horizon, another hunter watches from the shade of a solitary acacia tree. It hunts alone. It communicates in silence, and when it finally moves, very few animals can see it coming. As the afternoon heat reached its peak, much of the savanna began to slow down. Herds of cattle sought shade under the scattered acacia trees, and many predators conserved their energy until cooler weather returned. But along the edge of a riverside forest, a predator had awakened. Hidden among the tangled branches, a leopard rested on a large tree branch. Its golden coat, covered in black spots, blended almost perfectly with the constantly changing patches of light and shadow. Even at close range, it was difficult to spot. Unlike lions or African wild dogs, leopards hunt alone. Every decision depends entirely on patience, stealth, and perfect timing. They rarely waste energy on long chases. Instead, they wait. Under a tree, a group of impalas slowly grazed in the bush, unaware they were being watched. The leopard acted completely motionless. A few minutes passed. Without warning, the leopard silently emerged from its hiding place and disappeared into the tall grass. Each step was slow and cautious, using the bush and rough terrain to conceal itself, until the distance became almost insurmountable. Only then did it attack. Leopards can sprint at speeds of around 60 kilometers per hour over short distances, but their greatest advantage is their ability to hide. Their flexible shoulder joints, powerful hind legs, and padded paws allow them to approach prey almost silently. The burst of speed lasts only a few seconds. Before the pack could react, the hunt was over. However, securing a meal was only part of the challenge. Across the savannah, lions, hyenas, and even wild dogs would quickly snatch up the carcasses of unattended prey. To avoid losing their hard-won food source, leopards relied on an ability few large predators could match. An adult leopard could drag prey heavier than its own body weight high up into a tree branch, keeping it safe out of reach of most rivals. From this high vantage point, the leopard could feed for days while remaining undetected by pursuers below. Its solitary lifestyle also allowed it to thrive in habitats less accessible to larger predators, from dense forests and rocky hillsides to vast open savannas. Wherever there was a hiding place, the leopard could disappear. As the sun sinks below the horizon, the savannah enters another night. The hunters fade into the darkness. The survivors remain alert. And somewhere beyond the grass, another story of survival is already beginning. The African savanna is more than a home for powerful predators. It is a living system where every species, from the smallest bird to the largest carnivore, plays a role in maintaining nature's balance. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of Earth's most extraordinary landscapes. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again as we continue exploring the incredible wildlife that shares our planet.